What up? Hello?
Hey, yo, hello, can you hear me?
How you doing?
Doing good, Mark, man. What's up with you?
Oh man, we blessed, man. The Lord has been good. Man, he
Most
been
definitely,
good.
most definitely.
He been good.
Hey, man, you a
Good,
you a you
dog.
a different kind of breed, man.
Hey, God been good. It's different.
Nah, most
It's
definitely, most definitely.
it's gonna go out. I ain't talking this shit in 720p. Hey, there's 720p. Boy, when they stop making 720p TVs? That was about 2011, 2012. They start with
Over
1080p.
10 years
Hey,
ago.
hey, man. Listen. And to the other guy, listen. Get you a truck, or at least rent a truck week to week. Get you a week to week, and then
Right.
maybe.
Booking the load and then going to go rent the truck is crazy. That's
Hey,
crazy
bro,
work right
bro,
there.
bro. These cats got a lot of nerve on the internet. You book a truck. Man, see, man, you can't listen to this guy. See, you can start for under five. You just gotta book the load, then go get the truck. Hey, and to the other content creator we had to swap, we cool again. But this what I say, why you shouldn't jump the gun. And everybody that I before it was deleted that I saw ride, yeah, yeah, yeah. I, I what's going on,
Who
big dog?
MC are they messing up doing this? Are they?
Hey man, we ain't gonna get light to these people, bro, because they on the
Yeah.
struggle bus. These are struggling. Listen, these are struggling business people. These are struggling kind. They want they want they just want me to just say their name so bad, but we not gonna do it. And I'm not talking about Kirk. I ain't talking about Kirk because I have to say this because Kirk could think you talking about him and shit. Kirk, I'm not talking about you. Okay. Wiseman season 3. Okay. Wiseman season 3. Kirk, I'm not talking about you, but you jumped the gun. You jumped the gun. You jumped the gun. The man done ran 1,400 miles for 1,100 all. This guy? This the guy? This who we talking about. Listen, y'all need to find somebody that's credible. Find you somebody that's credible now. You can't come to a vet. You on the new. I was out 2 years before you got in on the retirement. I've been sitting here talking shit for 2 years. What's up, big dog? What's going on, big dog?
What's up? What's up, man? So,
Yeah.
I've been watching you for a minute. I seen you started in the Avalanche, man, and you grinded your way up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, with my situation, right, I started in 2023. I had box truck money from the beginning. I wasn't working with no cargo van money, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Went and bought the box truck April of 2023. Of course, I was watching the Instagram, seeing everybody making all this money. So I'm like, all right, I'm finna jump into it. I jumped
Mm.
into it, started running under somebody else's numbers for pretty much the whole first year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, was really making just enough money to keep the business going. I wasn't trying to rob from the business to pay my rent and stuff like that.
Mm.
So, man, we still running to this day. We still running to this day. I still got one truck, uh, and I'm also dispatching for four other carriers. I got them
Mm.
signed on under my DOT numbers. Uh, and it's been on the up and up. It's been working out. I ain't really had no issues out of none of the owner operators. They all be on point, making their drop offs and stuff on time.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm really kind of getting tired of the over the road and just booking the loads every day.
Mm.
So I'm trying to find a way to pivot to either have more consistent work from the brokers, or I might go really might just start a moving company. I'm really kind of torn between the two.
Mm.
So, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's been all right. It's still been paying the bills and stuff. I'm just kind of getting tired of dealing with the booking the load. I'm still on the load board, mind you. Sometimes I have a broker call me say, "Hey, I got this load going from here to here that I've done some business with in the past." But for the most part, man,
Mm-hmm.
we still eating what you killed for the day.
Mm. So you saying you just getting by still?
A little bit more than just getting by.
How many people? You got one truck, you said?
Yeah, one company owned truck and then 4 owner operators.
So the company owned truck, who's driving it?
One of my drivers, a driver that I have employed through my company.
Why you not driving?
I started driving in the beginning.
Wait. So you said you tired of booking the loads?
It's yeah, I'm getting tired of booking the loads because it's not really consistent.
How old are you,
I'm
big dog? How old are you? How old are you, bro? How
I'm
old are you?
23.
You you talking on the phone all day.
Man,
That's all you
yeah,
doing is talking on the
yeah, I'm
phone,
talking
and
on the
you
phone
tired
all
of it.
day.
Don't start no moving company, bro. Get off my line. Go do something else, bro. You tired of talking on the phone? And you talking
I
about you
ain't
want to
even gonna
start a
say I'm
moving
tired of
company?
talking on the phone. If I could have a more consistent way of getting the money coming in,
Find a consistent way of getting the money coming in. That's your fault. You talking on the phone talking about you tired. You want to have this conversation with me, big dog, or not? I'm going to give you an easy way out because the old Mark is back. 2024 Mark back. I tried to come different. I tried to be this nice guy. Fuck all of that. You want to talk or you don't? Because I'm finna go there. What you
I'm
want to do?
listening.
I'm going to give you a
I'm
way
listening.
out. I'm going to give you a way out. How you tired of talking on the phone? All you doing is connecting the dots. How you tired of connecting dots? If you tired of connecting dots, what makes you think you're going to be successful as a mover? You want to start a labor-intensive business and you sitting at home connecting dots and you tired. But then when I jump down y'all throat, y'all get all sad and mad at me in the comment section.
I ain't part of that group.
I hear what you said, but I finna go there with you, and there's gonna be some people in the replay video talking about don't listen to this guy and this goofy shit. That shit goofy as hell. You just said that you want to start a moving company because you're tired of whatever it. Then I said, well, man, who driving the truck? Something just done. Well, you got your driver driving the truck. So you ain't even driving the truck. So as far as the physical aspect of being over the road, driving, all that, you're not even doing that. You just sitting at home connecting dots. You a dot connector, which is what some people aspire to be. So now you
I
found a
may
way
have
to
misspoke a little bit on the tired of dispatching part. It's just a little frustrating on trying to connect them dots consistently.
so you dropping the ball with keeping your truck moving consistently.
No, I wouldn't say we dropping the ball. Everybody's still running profitable.
So when you say you getting tired of, what are you getting tired of again? Talking? I'm trying to understand. What are you tired of? If the truck is moving, okay. So what are you tired of? What's the problem? You want the truth, right?
All the way.
So what you tired of? You don't even know. I'm asking you, what you tired of?
Yeah, talking.
Talking to connecting the dots? Okay, what makes you tired of talking? You 23. What makes you tired? What's frustrating? What's so frustrating? What's frustrating you with talking?
Really, the negotiating part. Every day calling in trying to negotiate the best rate per mile for these loads.
Okay, how is that frustrating? That's what you signed up for.
That is what I signed up for.
So how is it
Four to
frustrating
four
to
to
you?
five, 4 to 5 truck solo on the daily.
Are you
You
trolling
know,
me? You fucking with me, right? You trolling me, right?
nah, I ain't
I
trolling.
ain't got time for that, bro. I'm too old for that shit. You serious? Bro, you start a moving company, what you think you're gonna have to do? You're gonna talk to customers all day, every day. If you got a successful company, the phone gonna keep ringing. If you tired of talking, you think you gonna not get tired of lifting? You think you gonna start a moving company and not be on the truck? I'm asking you. You want to have the
Nah,
conversation? We having it.
I'd be cool starting out. I'd be cool starting out.
Nah, you gotta be cool.
Moving some of the
Period.
stuff.
You gotta be cool. Period. You know why? Because guess what? In 2020, guess what I had to do? Get back out there,
I go jump back in the truck right now if I got to.
bro. You already ready? You already saying you want to transition because you tired of talking on the phone. I don't understand how you tired of talking on the phone. I don't like. I'm trying to, and then you want to transition into moving. That's labor. I, what do you want to do, bro? You just want to make money and don't have no to do with nothing. You just want the money to just come in the account every day, right?
I'm sure everybody would love that.
No, they don't, because some people make fun of me for being in the house. When you make it to that point, oh, well, you ain't out here. But then when you out here, you'll love to be in the house. I don't understand this society, bro. This society is weird nowadays. Well, here's the thing, young man. I'm gonna tell you like it is, young man. If you want to get to the point where your money actually works for you, you have to first work for money. You got to build up the nest egg so that you have enough money so that you can appropriate it in the different places where it can work for you. You 23. You ain't lived long enough to get to that point unless somebody done handed you something, unless you won something. That's the only way you're going to get to that point at 23, unless you inherited something, you won it. Have you won any money?
Nah, I ain't want no
Have
money. I
you
ain't want no
inherited?
money.
Have you inherited a large lump sum of money? All right. Well, then guess what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to earn it, young man. So that means you're gonna have to
That's
work.
not bad news.
Okay, but here's the thing: you found a way to make money by connecting dots, and that's tiring to you. But then you say you want to pivot into something that will possibly injure you. Listen. 2020, 2021, and 2022, I beat my body to shit. Now, 2010, 2011, 2012, and early part of 2013, I was a lot younger. I worked very, very hard to remove myself, but I was in my early 30s. When I'm telling you this shit is tough, it's tough. So, coming from that cloth of labor, knowing what it entails, and you telling me you're tired of negotiating on the phone, put yourself in my shoes. How I'm looking at this situation right now.
They look a little crazy.
But if you want to transition, bro. I
I
just don't
mean,
understand how you tired of connecting dots. Here's the thing: the richest people could connect dots. Once you remove yourself from the day, you still have to delegate. You have to negotiate. Even if you get to a build some big company and you sitting at the top, it's still negotiations. If these little negotiations are bothering you, what happens if you ever get to a higher status when the negotiations are probably going to be much more stressful because you're dealing with dealing with larger numbers and smaller margins? Or you have money and that money is working for you and you have to figure out, it's now the time to buy, it's now the time to sell. Should I take profits on this? Should I sell this building? Should I invest in this building, in this neighborhood? Like, life and business is about decisions and negotiations. What is it you want to do? I don't hear, and this is, I just don't understand. Like, I don't even, what do you want to do?
I mean, I'm figuring that out right now.
So what you need from me? To keep it a buck with you?
Yeah. Yeah, what's your thoughts on the situation?
Man, I think you tweaking. I gotta hit the button on you.
You tweaking.
Alright.
You found a way
I
to
can
make
kind of
money
see why
from
you saying.
talking on the
I
phone.
see why you saying that.
Yeah, because you said you tired. You wake up, you talk on the phone in your boxer shorts or your t-shirt from your house. You got 4 other trucks that's running under your authority, right? And you got a driver driving your truck. So you make money from the house, right? And you're tired. I don't know what is that? The only thing is to do to win the lottery. If you tired of that type of work, I don't know what else to tell you, big dog. Work is work. Some work is harder. You found a way to make money without leaving the house. There's a lot of people that wish they could do what you're doing right now.
I might just need to do something different then, because maybe this ain't really exciting me how it used to. I used to really be excited for it.
Hey, bro, work is work. Y'all young cats, bro, work is work, bro. We never really looked at work. Let me keep it a buck with you. I've never liked nothing. I ain't never liked nothing. You think carrying people's furniture up and down flights of stairs on a 95-degree day is fun?
Nah.
Where'd your mother do for a living? If you don't mind me asking.
Human resources.
I mean, what about your father? Did he work?
Mm-hmm.
Did they like going to work every day?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Some days better than others.
Some people love their job. They love what they do, but they're not in love with it. My mother, she's an educator. She's retired. She loves educating, but she complained every day she went to work. Why? Because she taught in a public school system with an overcrowded classrooms. She's the nicest since she's been retired. Growing up in her household, strict, like an old teacher would be strict. That's how it was in the household. Why? Because she's been dealing with kids all day. She's the nicest little old lady now. Ever since she retired, she's just nice. Why? Because people love what they choose as a career. That was a generation when people chose a career because they loved to do it, but they weren't in love with it. Nobody wants to get up every day for 30-some years and same over and 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 over for 30-something years until they can retire. You know why people do it? Because they have to.
Yeah.
I was placed in a situation where God presented me with something that I had no desire to do, but once I realized it was a blessing, I pushed forward. And I kept doing it, I kept building, I kept growing, but the physical aspect of it wasn't fun. even once I removed myself having to deal with different personalities every single day, that shit wasn't fun. Crab in a barrel mentality, that shit wasn't fun, bro. All this shit that goes along with running a business in a community isn't fun. None of that shit was fun. It was great. I appreciate God for blessing me with it, but I set a plan. Just like your parents do, they start a career and they work it 30, 35 years, and they throughout their 35 years of working, they set money aside for their retirement, for everything, investments and shit like that. It's the same thing with this. Very few people really find something that they love to do and make a career out of it. Most people hate what they do. Or they don't. They might care about it, but they ain't in love with it. They do it because they have to. Now, I'm not saying you got time. You only 23. Go find something you love.
Yeah, I mean, I'd always rather do what I want to do.
All right, well, go find something that you want to do. But if you making money, I don't understand what's so hard about talking on the phone.
It ain't even that hard. To keep it all the way a buck, it's not.
You just don't want to do it no more. It's probably more to the story. You're probably dealing with issues with the drivers and shit like that. It's probably shit that you ain't telling me.
I mean, so really the main issue do be the drivers, because the people I'm working with are, they're owner operators, but somebody else owns the truck and they also put a driver in their truck. And I'm almost managing their company for them because they kind of green to the industry. I'm always trying to tell them, what to expect and how the game go and stuff like that. So I'm
older
pretty
than
much
you.
managing
They older than you, right? They older than
Oh,
you,
for
right?
sure.
They're not gonna respect you. They older than you, and they don't even have their own authority.
No, I make sure that everybody has their own authority. Yeah, they got their.
So are you dispatching them or they leased on to you?
They leased on, but they run it under it's still their company on the side of this truck on the road.
Whose authority they running under?
Both of ours. So sometimes I'll book a load under my authority if they can't get it under theirs if they're too new.
These four trucks that you dealing with on it, not your truck, the other four. Whose authority are they running under?
They're running under mine.
Okay. And these guys are older than you, right? They in their 40s, 30s?
Yeah, 30s, 40s.
Okay. How long have they been in this trucking thing?
The newest one is 6 months.
What about the oldest one?
Oldest one is 1 year and 4 months.
All right. So you dealing with what I talk about all the time. You dealing with a bunch of ignorance.
Yeah.
They don't respect you. And it's a headache for you. See, now we getting somewhere. You having a hard time dealing with the people. How long you been watching my channel?
Off and on for about a good year.
Okay, have you ever heard me say, man, dealing with people is going to be one of the hardest things?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you have it. You dealing with 4 people that don't know shit but think they know everything. Just like a bunch of the people that we see running around the internet. They think they got it all. Man, you can rent the truck when you book the load and all this crazy shit. So it's something that you have to figure out, which if you want to deal with it or you don't want to deal with it. But here's the thing. If you continue to deal with people in this space that lack the knowledge, you're going to continue to deal with a bunch of ignorance, and it's going to be frustrating. So now you see my plight. All right. The difference between me and you is I don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it either. But if you want to make money, then you're going to have to deal with it. I had to deal with it, bro. You building a business, you're going to have to deal with people. You're going to have to deal with personalities. You're going to have to finesse the shit. You're going to have to know when to lean on people, know when to let certain shit go, know that people gonna bring their problems to work with them. They may attempt to take it out on their coworker. It may cost you money because their mind is discombobulated because of some shit that happened at home. This is what having a business entails. And if you are not mentally strong enough to deal with these types of headaches, then yeah, you probably doing the right thing. I just wish you would have just kept it a buck with me from the beginning. I didn't have to pull it out of you.
Mm. Mm.
So you just don't like dealing with the people. The people get on your nerves.
Yeah, they just the common sense is out the window, and
All right, well,
that right there be frustrating.
hey man, a lot of these cats don't got common sense. They renting trucks. They renting trucks and booking loads and renting trucks, and they doing all this craziness. That's the new age of this industry that we in. It ain't like how back in the day. I'm an OG. So a lot of these young cats, we don't kind of agree. And I get it. It's a disconnect. And I understand it. But if you're going to start a business, you're going to have to deal with people, bro. That's just the unfortunate thing. And, you know, dealing with people's personalities is something you're going to have to deal with. If I was you, I would just I think you thinking into it too much. I
Okay.
think you thinking into it too much. I know you young and it feels like babysitting probably sometimes, but that's just something you have to that's just something you're gonna have to deal with until you get to where you want to get to, bro. Trust me. At my peak, bro, I was dealing with 20-some, 30 people, bro. You know, and sometimes it was just like babysitting. And I've talked about it plenty of times. We've had employees come up on the channel. You know,
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna deal
I
with it
don't
and
care if
figure
you
something
go open
out.
a restaurant. I don't care if you go open a general merchandise store. I don't care what you do. Anything you open up that you have to rely on employees, you're going to have to deal with personalities. You don't have human resources, bro. You a one-man show. You a small business. Human resources does that in, you know, big box stores and Fortune 500 companies and things of that nature. You are operations, you are the CEO, the president, you are human resources. You the fleet manager, you everything. So all those human resource duties, you got to do it. If you don't think you can handle that, then you might want to. But if you the captain of the ship, you can't let them see you sweat. You got to stand on business.
For sure.
But if you're not mentally strong enough to handle it, then because I know y'all young cats, y'all mental health is
Don't put me in
y'all
that
ain't.
boat. I ain't over there.
I gotta put you in that boat. I gotta put you in that boat. I'm putting all y'all in the boat because all
Mm.
y'all ride together. So I'm gonna ride. You in that boat. I can't help when you was born. You was born when you was born. So I gotta put you in that boat. Now I like talking to y'all, but y'all gotta be more realistic here. Ain't shit gonna get handed to you out here. You gotta work for everything, and it comes with time. I wish I could have been. I wish I could live. I can't even say that. I can't even say that. You know why? Because the situation that I'm in now, I'm appreciative of everything that I have and everything that I went through. When you get shit handed to you, especially at a young age, you don't appreciate the shit. You got to go through the trials and tribulations so that when you get to a certain point, you don't fuck it up because you look back and everything that you went through to get to that point and you appreciate it. You take care of it. You gotta weather the storm. If you don't want to deal with people, then you have to build a business that doesn't involve people. But if you want to grow this type of business the way you're doing it, then you're going to have to deal with people and personalities. And maybe everyone may not be as have a business acumen as you do. They may not be well versed as you are. They may not take the extra time to do their due diligence to, be mentally where you're at. And I see it too. I deal with it here, just creating content. Everybody's mental capacity ain't on the same level, and it's not to downplay. But a lot of people, they'll watch my content. They see one video and then they'll judge me off the video, and then they won't go back and look at the other video. They don't know how long I've been doing this, how old I am. They just shoot. But the reason why I have success with my channel and so many people that watch me, they apply the information that's successful is because everything that you going through, I went through that shit over a decade ago. I didn't have to deal with employees. I know what it's like. I've had employees that started with me at the very beginning that grew with me, turned on me, started counting my motherfucking pockets, all type of shit, bro. You gonna go through all that shit. That just come along with it, bro. The more successful you get, if you having an issue right now with people, get some success. You saying you making a little money, get successful. If you can't handle this shit, get really, really successful. You ain't seen shit yet. The more successful you become, the harder it is going to be to deal with people, especially our own people.
Yeah. Okay.
You just 23. I'm 40. I'll be 45 next month. If you can't handle this, don't get successful, because you ain't gonna be able to handle what's gonna come with that.
Okay.
They giving you a hard time now. Oh my God. Whew. Get 10 more people under your authority and go buy 10 more trucks.
I'm gonna have to deal with more people. I'm gonna be forced to.
Okay, so now you're gonna deal with more. Now you're gonna deal with more personalities, and you're gonna deal with the people seeing you grow. Then you're gonna deal with the people that's older than you, jealous of you. You're gonna deal with that. So not only are you gonna deal with the shit you dealing with, then the hate gonna start.
Yeah, they gonna be in them comments. I'm gonna be somewhere all the way out the way. So
No. It's you gonna hear it because you're gonna have the whistleblowers. Them are gonna be the guys that's gonna start calling you at 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, so on and so on. Truck talking about you. But don't tell them I said, because they trying to get the brownie points, because in 2 or 3 days they know they're gonna have to call you to get an advance because they blew through their paycheck. See, we can have all these conversations. I done been there.
I done sent some advances.
Okay, so see what I'm saying? See, I'm not. See how I'm telling you this because I've been through it. You gotta do like dealing with people. It's an art to it. It's an art to it, and I know how you feel because I felt it. But you're gonna have to persevere, man, because this is what comes along with it. And I'm being honest with you. You ain't seen nothing yet. Continue to grow and be more successful.